It's been 20 minutes. Let's see what this looks like. For part two, remember you can always use fresh wheat berries and grind them yourself in your high-speed blender. But it's easier to use from your local farmers. I like to go to Hampshire Farms of Kingston, Michigan. They're not close, but they're closer than them having to go in a butt. So we got a nice little dough here. I already have some nice all-purpose flour in a repurposed sifter. Put some of that on the mat and on my pan and on my gloves. Get everybody ready to do this. And again, like I said, it's wetter than I like it. So I'm gonna have to work it a little bit more with a little bit more flour before we roll it out. And I'm gonna need a little bit more flour. I can feel how wet this is. I don't want to feel stickiness at all. All right, that's a little bit better. Now what I'm gonna do is keep constantly making layers. I want to work through this dough as much as I possibly can. I'm going to keep folding it, maybe 4 or 5 times. Fold and flip. This is so you know you've covered all the bases, all the sides. You see how the flour I added is dried it out? That's almost like a heart. I'm just going to keep folding and flipping. It's too much. Folding and flipping. Put your weight into it. Nice, strong push. After I've done lots of folds and flips, I have a nice, smooth dough here. It's looking pretty good. The last fold looks like, what's that? I see a speck of something. It doesn't look pretty. Get out. Nothing in our dough. I don't know what dough this looks like. Something suspicious. Alright. So, I think this will be the last one. Nice and smooth. Now one day I might get an actual pasta machine. But why? These hands of mine work quite well. They're doing a nice job. Nice. I feel a little bit, want to be a little more dry. I want a wet dough. Makes it harder to cut. Alright. I like that. Where's the dough cutter? Oh, right here. Alright. Give that a quick cleaning. I want to be sitting there. Quick rinsey poo. And then we're going to, I like to cut mine in little narrow blocks like this. Because it just goes into the machine in my book. A little bit easier. And what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to do all this at once. I'm going to cover the rest of it up with a napkin, tea towel, whatever it is you have. And now I'm going to connect the pasta cutter right about here. I'm going to put the clamp on it. Alright. So that it does not move. Nice and firm. And we're going to put it all the way mine works. The larger is the higher number. I don't know if all pasta cutters that way, but the higher number on mine is a 7. We're going to put the dough through twice on each number. Okay? I'm going to start with this one. Oh, you want to be sticky, huh? Alright, I got something for you. You want to be sticky? That's what you do. You want to be sticky? Watch, Daddy. Yeah, get off. turn it over. You don't want anything sticky. Flip them all over because they're all trying to get stuck. All right. Roll them on top of each other. I don't know. This might not be the right way to do everything, but I didn't grow up in Italy, so I'm doing the best that I know how to do. I've been doing it for, oh gosh, since 2010, I think, or you know I have make pasta. 2012? I don't know. All I know is this works for me. All right, we're gonna start with this nice piece here. Might even be too long, but I'm gonna put it through. Where's the thingy? The lever. Remember, never put your pasta machine. That's one. We're gonna do it again. Two. Then we're gonna change it to the next number, which is 6. I said 6. We're gonna do this one twice. You know what? This is too close to this butcher block for my liking. I'm gonna slide it out of my way. Yeah. So my pasta's not touching anything. Here we go. One. Did I do 2 already? 2, and we're gonna put on 5. 1 on 5. 2 on 5. 4. You want to get it where you can see through it. 1 on 4. 2, 3, 4. Oops. Never mind. There you go. If it starts to feel like some moisture is starting to show through, it's okay to add a little bit more to your sheet. You don't want it to stick. It's all right. Give it what it needs. You work it. Now 1 on 3, I think. There we go. Each time I change the setting, it gets thinner and thinner, and the pasta gets longer and longer. Lego. That little end is a little bit wet. See, as you're working through the machine, you're pressing out moisture, right? And remember I said it was a little bit too wet. The dough was. That was my doing. All right, come on. There we go. There we go. Nice, nice. Beautiful, beautiful. It's getting there. Sometimes by the time I don't make it all the way to 1. Sometimes I make it to 2, and that's it. And then the dough gets too thin. We'll see. But the beauty of making your own pasta is it cooks so fast. Dry it overnight, and it lasts on the shelf. I don't think I'm going to be make it twice. When it gets too long to handle, just give it a cut like midway. Unless you want noodles that are, super, super long. I'm going to give it another little dusting because it's just a little bit wet. Especially on the end. That end tries to get stuck. I'm going to put it through here one time. It's getting super long and super thin. I think that's quite enough. Thank you so much. And we'll do the other half. A little extra flour. I'm going to go ahead. One. Yes, it's getting really thin. It's getting super thin. That's thin enough. I'm going to go ahead and put this through the fettuccine side and make some fettuccine. Doing. Look at there. Isn't that beautiful? And you can either separate it out and make what they call a nest with it. Like so. So what you do if you want to just freeze it and have frozen pasta, but I don't care for freezing it because sometimes when it's in the freezer, unless you have it in a container, it gets broken. Even though it's still very good, I would rather not have my pasta all broken in little pieces. But whether you cook it fresh like this, or whether you dry it, or whether you freeze it, just give you a little a little love with this flour so it won't stick together. And you can freeze it in clusters just like that. Put it on a cookie sheet first, let it freeze, and put it in a Ziploc bag or a container to keep it from breaking. And then you just pop one of those in the boiling water. The water has to be boiling, especially if it's fresh, or it will fall apart and become flour again, and then you'll be sad. So this one I'm going to make into spaghetti. That's just the other nozzle on here. Ready? So pretty. Look at that. We made spaghetti. Now I'm going to wait. I'm going to hang this one up. So let me assemble this bad boy. And goes like, just turn it around. Wait a minute. That way. And that way. And that way. And then put these on. Mm-hmm. 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 And I already have a wonderful cookie sheet ready for if the pasta drops, you want it to drop on someplace sanitary. So I have this already lined with parchment paper so that I can put my finished pasta on it. It's a little long, but again, this cooks not in 10 minutes, but maybe about 3 to 5 minutes it'll cook up. Okay, so you don't need a whole lot of time with this delicate pasta. In my next video, part 3, I will show you what it looks like when it's cooked. I might cut this in half. Wait for part 3.